Welcome, everybody. It's Saturday night. I hope you're all not watching the fight and you're watching us, even though Anderson Silva's fighting tonight.
There's Jake Paul.
But we got
no! Okay, let's wrap this up.
gotta go. We got a fun show for you guys tonight. Nobody is nobody's property on this show. Everybody is free to do as they wish.
Nobody puts Kyle in a corner.
So everybody sit back, relax, and come hang out with us for the next couple hours as we do our Saturday night special.
Yeah.
Hit the music.
Warning. The following video contains material that some viewers may find harmful or could be traumatizing to some audiences and doesn't reflect the opinion of Renovision. Viewer discretion advised.
Sticks just came to say, hey, I guess.
Later.
Sticks is like, Jake Paul fight, gotta go.
He's like, oh, I'm just here for the intro. I'll see you guys.
Like, oh, you should tell me.
Oh, man, how is everybody doing tonight?
Dude, I'm flying
The only
high
four
right
people
now.
not at Baltimore.
Baltimore?
People not.
Who goes to Baltimore?
I thought you were going to Baltimore this year, Kyle.
I said I'm
Oil
going to
fan.
Baltimore every year.
And you're like, oh fuck, sitting on a plane with shitty leg room for a couple hours.
It's just not much
Kyle,
of a free planner.
You didn't even go to Phoenix Comic Con.
And you like live there, right? Like,
Maybe
There wasn't
Comic
anybody
Con's just
there
hard to
this
see.
year. There wasn't anybody interesting at Phoenix Comic Con this year.
None of your quote unquote friends were there.
So, and it just, you know how it is.
Yeah, it's a pain in the
Hopefully they
butt.
step their game up next year. But I always want to go to Baltimore, but it costs, when I don't have like Marco and McClay money, so I can't get there,
Someday.
Which reminds me
Someday your prince will come.
is Brian's buddy Keith made the best Halloween costume meme that I have seen yet on the internet. Which I think it's funny that all the Spirit Halloween memes this year, I think that's actually been funny.
It's a highlight.
Yeah,
You gonna show us?
Yeah, let me bring it up real quick. I'm sure everybody's seen it already. Sucks trying to find shit in chats.
What's up, Tyson?
Good evening.
Yeah,
in
good
F
evening.
Baltimore.
In F Baltimore.
I wonder how many of the slutty nurses are actually slutty now.
Whoa.
They're
Hartman.
Yeah, well said.
Well said, Hartman.
Well, I mean, they're all nurses now, right? Like real nurses.
Hartman, everyone.
Pull that microphone out of your throat.
It's not in my throat.
You gotta dial that sucker in, my man.
I swear, can you hear me now?
We can hear you like 3 times over.
I want a number 3 large with a Coke, please.
We don't have Coke.
Here's the best one yet.
We're
It is the comic book YouTuber. It includes a $10 whatnot credit, case of squirt, shipping labels, packing foam, 30-day StreamYard membership, blunt wraps, coffee milk, and butt wipes.
And 100%.
And the rights to other comic YouTubers.
He should have put include squirt shirt.
Yeah.
It's weird. Sticks is doing some experimental camel work down there.
I mean, maybe McClay likes to squirt in his shirt. Who knows?
But I just, and he posts the best picture of McClay.
SQ, you choose what the rest of the word is. Squirm, squeal, squirt, squeech, squelch, squire.
It's like being on with like some Max Headroom AI.
It's crazy because it wasn't doing it before the show started.
I know Hartman's mic is
What
doing
the hell?
things.
Syphilis.
So
Syphilis? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. It's just weird. This does not sound right.
Is it? I don't hear it.
Now he's like an echo.
Sticks, did you just say something? Are you on mute too?
Am I on?
Sticks, you have no you got nothing coming through your stuff. What a great show we're off to. Great start here, guys.
Content.
Great start.
So, I want to give a shout out to Pat Sajak. It was his birthday this week. And it was also Scott Whelan's birthday this week, too. If he was still alive, he'd be celebrating it.
R.I.P. Jerry Lee Lewis twice.
His death was announced by TMZ, and then they retracted, and then he actually died.
He didn't die, Ryan. No.
They just figured out
he actually did die.
Before. Yeah, he actually
corrected me that he didn't die.
And then he actually did die the next day.
They were sorry, so then I went and killed him.
Is that why we're getting AI? We're getting AI Hartman instead of the real Hartman?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's sounding good.
Yeah. Hello.
I saw that. But,
okay, so for this episode,
the killer.
For this episode, the part of R2D2 will be played by Hartman.
Yeah.
This is some bullshit.
Welcome to Saturday Night Special, where we have nothing but audio problems. One guy can't get his mic unmuted, and we're just going to watch Manga Time, where we scroll the internet for 2.5 hours going over other people's content.
Manga Time, across the USA. Manga Time. Yeah.
So, Sam, what's the first appearance in manga we should be looking for from someone else's Instagram channel that you can pull up?
You know what? Let's bring up. Yeah, I don't want to do that.
All right, so
he's watching a how-to video to get his mic fixed in the background.
Oh yeah, that's right. The cat's away, so it's time for the mice to play.
What?
I'm trying to get this working. Hold
Maybe
on.
turn the volume down on your iPad.
Time out. Hold on.
Here, there we go. Now that sounds so much better. You sound perfect now, Hartman.
Hartman needs to stop using the Wi-Fi at Popeyes.
Yeah.
So, shall we get started with the news, or does anybody got anything they'd like to talk about before we start the news?
I do want to shout out my son's flag football team. I'm the coach of this team, and after 3 seasons winless, we finally got our first win today. In our 4th season, our second game of our 4th season, we finally got our first win. So that's 20 games, 1 win. Yes. Good job, son.
Better.
Let's hit the news, baby.
Turn off
You
the
underdogs.
Hartman. Yeah, I just sent him a brand new pair of headphones.
Clean the lid out of the holes.
Turn off the auto-tune, yeah. All right, let's get in the news.
Is this better?
Yes.
What are you in the bathroom now?
No, I'm on a speaker. You
No, it sounds good. It sounds good. Sounds good.
It sounds better than it did, but you do sound like you're in the bathroom.
It's all right. You can broadcast from the bathroom. That's not a problem.
Dude, I
Yeah,
need that sometimes.
I'm not here to judge what your kink is, Hartman. That's fine.
What?
In an interview with the New York Times to promote the upcoming Avatar sequel, James Cameron offered his perspective on the maturity level of characters in Marvel and DC films. When I look at these big spectacle films, I'm looking at you, Marvel and DC. It doesn't matter how old the characters are. They all act like they're in college, Cameron said. They have relationships, but they really don't. They never hang up their spurs because of their kids.
You know, no matter how many movies James Cameron makes, he still acts like he's on a kindergarten playground. My movie can beat up your movie. My movie's more mature than your movie.
I made Halloween.
Award.
Still riding off Titanic from 1997.
Yeah,
Avatar.
anytime his wallet's feeling a little light, he just re-releases Titanic in theaters.
Or Avatar, like he just did.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, nothing says maturity level like being a spiteful little bitch and being like, oh, well, I lost my record to a superhero movie. I need to re-release Avatar and get it back.
Hey, you guys, you can't talk about James Cameron like that. He might come on the show, and because of this, he won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really concerned about that.
Let me write an Instagram post about how James Cameron hasn't been good since Halloween, and then, all of his shit sucks now. But because someone homaged his cover of Halloween, it's cool.
Like, why did he care so much? I don't.
There's this push for all of these sci-fi directors who don't do comic book movies to go out and poke holes in comic book movies because of insecurity, I guess. Like you can't just sell your movie. Right, he can't just come out and say, "Hey, Avatar's got a great story. It's got some great characters. It's got some really great sights to see. It'll be a lot of fun." They have to come out and say, "You know what? Comic book movies are for little bitches. You guys got to come out and watch this movie.
You got to watch Avatar again. We made the music sound cooler."
It's like
never trust someone with two first names.
That's right, Ricky Booby. Ricky Booby.
Ricky Booby.
Maybe if Cameron made some new movies instead of rehashing old movies he made already, that maybe he'd have room to talk, I guess. But
how long has this movie been in development? Like 15 years?
Yeah.
I think I was graduating high school. That's 30 years.
Are they doing what, Hartman?
Titanic sequel?
Yeah, what it's gonna be is it was really Godzilla underneath the water. And it wasn't an iceberg they hit, it was the spikes on his back covered in snow.
Great point.
He's compensating.
Cameron can make a remake of Raise the Titanic.
That's right. Raise it and sink it again.
No, they should do the same thing from Ghostbusters 2. They should raise it and it should pull into New York.
And then sink it again. Titanic 2. The Revenge of the Iceberg. This summer. Rated R.
This time it's sinking you.
Rated R. Well, okay. Anybody else got anything else they want to say about James Cameron?
No.
It's just crazy how all these directors. Yeah, good point, Hartman. Well said. Man, Hartman, you've got some fire points tonight.
Bat 1,000, my man.
Keep them coming, buddy.
And what are you saying, Matt?
I can't agree more, Hartman. Yep.
James Cameron's rich.
Apparently, he's not American.
Sounds like two bogeys are inbound.
Anyways, I was saying that I love like when him and Scorsese, like I don't understand why they gotta talk shit about Marvel movies. Who cares? They're there for fun. I mean, we're getting more adult themes in them now. Like you're seeing, like we just had a whole show of She-Hulk doing nothing but slutting out and banging a different dude every week. So
yeah.
Like, how are we got no relationships in here? How are there no, like, Hawkeye talks about hanging up his spurs for his kids throughout the whole, like, he retires and then gets brought back in because of things that happen. So it's not like they've never hung up.
Iron Man for our sins.
So, Iron Man, pretty much
Iron Man Jesus,
come back because of his daughter.
Iron Man Jesus.
Yeah.
She-Hulk just clowning on blind guys. I mean, that's the worst, but I think everybody's being pretty mature about it.
Sound like you're calling in coast to coast right now. You're
I want 2 bogeys inbound.
I think James Cameron should go fuck himself.
Fire! We're taking fire!
The LZ is very hot right now.
Let's go eat that. Hey! Back to the kitchen.
We're at Frank Unicorn, Charlie Kilo.
Fuck yourself.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
All right. According to Z Sneakerheads, the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Air Jordan 1 High OG sneakers are currently slated to drop in the summer of 2023, which would coincide with the theatrical premiere of the movie itself. With an expected retail price of $200 USD, the shoes will feature the universal red, black, white color scheme, with Z Sneakerheads creating a mock-up of what they might look like. And they look
what Jordan wore back in the day.
Those look sick.
No, well, these are so the mock-up actually has like the Spider-Man symbol in the middle where this Nike swoosh is, and like the webbing and all that. It's a super dope sneaker.
That's not the right shoe.
No, that's not the right shoe.
Damn it!
I was gonna say, did you just put like an acetate cover of a shoe up there? Like that came out already, right?
You caught me.
Yeah, those came out already.
What's it actually look like?
Here, I'll pull it up.
Show us the cartoon image. Like, this is what they look like.
Right?
Like a cover.
That's what the actual shoe looks like.
Oh, that's pretty sick. I like that.
Oh. When I Googled it, was looking to find there's like 76 different shoes popped up.
Yeah, but it's pretty dope how it's got like the Spider-Man webbing in the black and stuff. Definitely worth $200.
See you later, Sticks.
Bye, Sticks.
Those are cool. I don't know that I have the money to spare, but
$200 cool. Like, I don't know, man. I feel weird rocking anything that expensive on my feet. Stepping on a pile of
if
dog
you're
shit,
like a shoe collector though.
Yeah, but even then, man, like rocking $200 sneakers on your feet and you step in a pile of dog shit, you're like, oh man, ruined now.
I remember one time I sprang for some shoes, and I don't know, some people in here might remember this, but it was when the Hornets were still a team, and it was the Larry Johnson Mama shoes. Do you remember Larry Johnson? The grandmama shoes?
Yeah.
I got a pair of those, man, and like the second day I was wearing them, this dude came up with a gun and was like, "Give me your shoes."
No way.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I was walking back from the mall. I was walking back home from the mall, and this dude fucking.
So he freaking mugged you for your shoes.
No, I ran, dude. I ran.
They gave you super speed?
They did. It might have been the adrenaline. He didn't shoot me, but yeah, like I was like, I thought I was stoked with some grandmamas, and I was like, fuck yeah. And then like that happened, and then like I was wearing a hat and I was wearing a jacket, and then another dude came up to me with a gun and took my jacket and my hat, and I said, I'll never wear anything expensive ever again.
So you just got
robbed. That's wild.
But I've never. It's one reason why I don't wear team hats, or I don't wear anything expensive like clothes wise. It's because the one time I actually tried to somebody else ended up owning most of it. So
well, you got your own brand to pimp now.
Yeah, you got to write the
Stick said he's having connection issues. He says that he thinks that Hartman's Russian pirated internet is giving him a computer virus.
It's giving him.
That's what they say.
It's giving him a virtual STD. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
That'll happen eventually. You just wait.
Shoes. Get that dude a mic.
You got me two mics.
That man a shield.
I'm gonna send you a microphone.
Ding Young Pow Apple headphones, and they.
All I heard was Ding Young Pow Apple headphones.
You're speaking Chinese now, bro.
Ding Chow.
Ding Young Pow Apple headphones. That's all I heard.
I don't know if it's a connection into the iPad or what.
It's kind of spotty.
But yeah, so I don't spend over like $30 for shoes.
Damn, you could have got the God. There was a basketball player that did $30 shoes.
Hey, yeah, Shaquille O'Neal. You can buy him at Walmart.
No, this was back in the day. This was like 20 years ago.
Shaquille O'Neal. You can buy him at Walmart.
No, they're not Shaquille O'Neal. God damn it, you're ruining my train of thought.
LA Lights.
No.
You can buy them at Walmart.
Penny Hardways.
They're Air Borson 2s.
Stoudemire's.
Stoudemire didn't make no $30 shoes.
I'm pretty sure Shaq has been the only one that's made an affordable basketball shoe that you buy at Walmart.
It's not Shaq. They came out. It was $20 for a pair.
Tyson says Spud Webb.
Spud Webb.
Nah, Spud Webb. I'm about to put my own.
Hi, Nathan says Hartman on a payphone from lockup. Just waiting to hear the lady tell us we need to add more change.
Connection. You like accept charges. It's me. Don't answer. I'm gonna call you back.
Mom, come get me from the mall. I'm done.
He knows. He knows where the money is.
Yeah. Would you like to accept a collect call from Mom? Come get me from the mall. I'm done. No thanks.
I remember those days.
That's why I don't buy nice stuff.
Bleeding Stool ran a preview for Batman 139 released by DC Comics, pointing out that it served as a direct spoiler for any cliffhangers from Batman 129. Worked out what the cliffhanger could be and wondered what DC Comics were playing at. Well, it turns out it was a mistake. The following massive was forwarded. Hartman's got me all tongue-tied, screaming and shit. And I forgot where I was. Good show.
The following missive.
Okay. The following missive still was forwarded to Bleeding Cool
today.
Hey, reaching out to you about preview files you were sent from Batman 130 on sale December 6th. Unfortunately, they were sent to you with the wrong embargo date. The correct date should have been Wednesday, November 2nd to follow the release of next week's Batman 129. I do have preview files for 129 available now and can send them over. If you posted that art and covers for 130, would it be possible to reschedule that post for next Wednesday and post a 129 preview today? Apologies for this inconvenience. Thanks. Good job, Bleeding Stool.
Yeah.
Good job, Major Issues Comics. That's exactly right. The Marburys.
I don't have to read Batman now. You spoiled it for me.
Poor Iverson, man. He's got to do commercials for car warranties now. Have you seen that commercial?
I don't watch commercials.
Allen Iverson. If you watch Live PD, it's like every second commercial.
Oh, really?
He's sitting in a barber shop with Ice-T and Ric Flair.
Damn.
And the barber.
Ooh, man, how the mighty.
That's a cool barber shop.
And the barber goes, man, I'm really scared that my car's gonna mess up. And they're like, they go on this thing about fucking whatever car warranty company it is.
Allstate.
They don't do car warranties. They do car insurance.
It's the General. Oh, they do car insurance too.
Not insurance,
girl on her cell phone.
Warranty thing. But yeah. It's like, damn. Allen Iverson must be fucking hard up.
That's who's calling you about your extended warranty too.
It's Allen Iverson.
Alvin Iverson. I'm calling you about your car's extended warranty.
We have a bye week this week, so I'm not playing.
I'm not playing because I've been retired for like 10 years.
But I need the money, as you can see, because I'm working at this car company at Jared's place, so I am playing ball again. I'm filling in for that Grimes.
I feel like when I watch
in jail.
Live PD, I just see Shaq commercials, like the Shaq-a-roni from Papa John's, or the General, or Gold Bond, or.
Do you want to listen to me talk? My name is Shaquille O'Neal.
All right.
But good on Bleeding Cool for ruining Batman for us for the next two months. Good job.
Good job.
Moving on. The Walking Dead spin-off update. The Rick and Michonne spin-off starring Andrew Lincoln and Denai Guerrera has production start date at San Diego Comic-Con in July. AMC announced a new series from showrunner Scott M. Gimple, described as an epic love story reuniting Rick Grimes and Michonne after years apart. Guerrera, who co-created and will write for the still untitled spin-off alongside fellow executive producer Gimple, has shared pre-production is in high gear.
So she's writing a love story between her and Rick. Pass. Hard pass.
You can't kill that show. Seriously, like it just keeps going.
I've actually regained interest in the show because being a fan of the comic, I know how the book ends, and you're expecting it to end that same way. And it's not. A lot of pieces have moved and changed. So it's actually a little bit interesting now after investing 11 years in this show to see how it's going to end. So I'm definitely riding to the end.
Daryl that does
it. In divorce. They all do.
I was too, because I kind of expected like them to pull Kirkman, and he didn't tell us the last issue was coming up. They even put ads and solicitations for the next two issues of Walking Dead, and then he was like, "Oh, it's done." So I'm kind of thinking that I kind of feel like the announcement of like this Daryl Dixon spinoff show is just that, like they're announcing this spinoff show, but it's never actually going to happen. They're just putting the wall up over you, and then they're going to pull the rug out from under you, and he dies in the book. But they already killed off the guy who kills Rick in the comics. They killed him off 2 episodes ago. So
did the zombies talk yet?
No, but they officially can now open doors and climb up stuff.
Opposable thumbs.
Hey, it just takes practice. It's been 11 years.
Right? So
it's eventually going to tie into Warm Bodies, and it'll be just zombie love stories. Zombie Romeo and Juliet.
I actually think, though, that the first episode of this will do outstanding numbers, because I think a lot of fans will come back to see Andrew Lincoln as Rick Grimes again, and then it'll taper down.
Yeah. The first episode will be them finding each other, and you just hear a bed
boning
creaking.
out.
Yeah, you hear a bed creaking, and it's just the door.
You get that ball slap camera move.
But here's the problem. They have to do, if they get together right away, they got the problem that Moonlighting had, which was once Sybil Shepherd and Bruce Willis hooked up, there was no tension in the story anymore. How do you keep tension in the story if they
fighting with each other?
Well, because they can hook up, and then Michonne can be like, "Listen, you know you had Judith, but you got another son, RJ," and he can be like, "You just left
Where's
our
my
kids."
money, bitch?
Yeah, you just left our kids.
I'm gonna take you to zombie family court and get some child support.
Where's my money, bitch?
You just left our kids
Law
with
and
a
Order.
bunch of strangers to come out.
Law and
look
Order,
for
the
me.
Undead Saga.
And then it's going to be like a whole season of him having a grudge against her for being a neglected mother.
Doo-doo.
I want to return of Walking Dead zombies.
All right.
And then I can't wait for their Walking Dead, Shaun of the Dead crossover. That'll be great too.
Oh, that would be great.
Just Rick Grimes and Shaun going ham on some zombies.
They could do a crazy universe.
You got a little red on you, Coral. And he just keeps calling him Carl the entire time. It's like, my name's Sean. Shane? No, it's Sean. Coral.
It's Carl. Michonne's brother's still
Constant
around.
fear of death gives some tension. Yeah. But
yeah,
they
but
find the cure, and she
if
took
they're
their jaws
if
off.
they're over here making out, are they really in constant fear of death? It sounds like they're in constant
man.
need of boning.
They still got to live their lives, man.
That toxoplasmosis.
they're in fear of not crushing enough poontang.
They don't have that fear receptor anymore.
All right, moving along.
Oops. James Gunn's DC savior.
He looks like Gilbert Gottfried. Let me tell you something.
I try to find the best pictures I can of everybody.
The DCEU got a much-needed boost when the announcement that the Suicide Squad director James Gunn is being promoted. Together with producer Peter Safran, Gunn is overseeing the newly recognized DC studios and overseeing future DC studios and overseeing future DC movie series and animation projects, and the MCU's loss in the DCU's game. I don't think. Okay.
What do you think?
I want a DC now.
I don't think it's Marvel's loss in DC's game by any means, because really,
I think it's DC's gain.
Other than Guardians 1 and Suicide Squad, what makes him qualified to be in this position? Like I said before, like Kevin Feige is a household name now, but he didn't become a household name probably until
the first Avengers?
Yeah. So I would think that James Gunn is going to have to, I was saying this last night, I think James Gunn is going to have to hit the ground running. And what's the big talk about right now, other than Black Adam, is Henry Cavill's return as Superman and Man of Steel 2. I think you're absolutely nuts if you don't think James Gunn's going to write and direct Man of Steel 2, because he said he still plans on directing. So he's going to have to come out of the gate strong. And
he's going to be funny.
He's going to show people where the direction of his universe is going to go. And I think Man of Steel 2 is going to set that groundwork.
Is it going to be wildly irreverent like his other works have been?
Probably.
It's going to be like Marvel. You can't really tell. Suicide Squad 3.
Well, he did this Suicide Squad, and he did Peacemaker.
Yes,
and
those comedies, right?
Those series. Well, that film and that series, they both had kind of a very James Gunn-esque dark humor about them, kind of all over them. And is that kind of dark humor going to be the mark of DC from here on out?
Yeah.
I bet you it's not.
So he can do like anti-heroes.
Yeah.
As long as he gives it a little bit of continuity and just give it a little flow and kind of keep everything together. I think that's what they just need, is someone at the helm that can keep it together.
I kind of think some of his darling, though, is taking these obscure characters like this Guardians team, like the Suicide Squad, like Peacemaker, that people don't really know, and kind of putting his own voice and twist and spin on them and introducing him to people. So when you get a character that people have been, introduced to, like a Batman or a Superman, is that voice going to transition well with people?
Well, I don't think he's gonna. I think I don't think he's gonna have a whole bunch of writing with the whole thing. I just think he's just gonna keep it some continuity going with it. I think he's just gonna, you know what I mean? He's not gonna let it just be these movies that always tank. I think
it's gonna be disappointing.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna say, you've got to do these weird characters and you've got to add this weird, dark humor to it. I don't think that's what.
No, his wife is just going to end up in all the movies.
And his brother,
which is fine. There's nothing wrong with his wife being in everything, because his wife is smoking hot.
Yeah, as long as she wears pants as tight as she did in Peacemaker, we're good there too.
But I just think he's going to give it a little bit of direction.
Well, I hope so.
A little. He seems like a lot.
They definitely lost the thread in Justice League and Batman v Superman. Like, Man of Steel was going a certain direction, and then Zack Snyder took it a totally weird direction. So, fingers crossed.
If he's just more like, all right, listen, I don't think everything's going to be like, I don't think the DCU is going to be like all these obscure character movies. I don't think he's going to, he's going to be the single-handedly write and direct every movie. You know what I mean? I just think
I don't either.
And just to be clear, like, obscure characters are fine in the way that he's used them in Suicide Squad and in Peacemaker, but you still have to have these tentpole character movies as well, right? You have
Bring
to
back
have
Ezra.
Batman, you have to have Superman, you have to have Wonder Woman.
Ezra hasn't gone anywhere.
Yeah, Ezra's not
hiding, didn't he?
No,
man. He's working out deals. He's in rehab and stuff. Yeah. He's
going to be like the Joker / Flash.
Could
That's
be.
what they should do.
The Flash who laughs.
Yeah. And
hopefully we get the Flash Wars.
something chokehold. Like, it's got to have chokehold in the title.
All right. So that's just what I think. I don't think he's going to. They've got to give the reins to somebody else. Give somebody else that's got a couple hits under their belt then.
Well, I don't think he's going to write and direct everything, but you got to think that they're going to want to make a splash with this new DC universe. I just think there's no way he doesn't write and direct the first movie they put out.
Right.
There's no way he's not part of that.
So is the Super Pets movie canon? Because
no.
Okay, you're just checking.
It's not canon.
So The Rock is Black Adam and a dog.
Yes.
Sure.
Taking all the jobs.
Hey, they're allowed to play other parts. They don't have to ask.
I sure hope DC asked Marvel if it was all right before they let James Gunn come over to DC
to play.
Hopefully they asked McClay if it was okay.
Right. Can he come over and play? We're good, right?
All
We're
right,
good.
moving on.
Warner Brothers has an inevitable position when 2019 the studio closed a $250 million deal with J.J. Abrams and his successful production company Bad Robot. It made sense for a filmmaker whose tentpole history includes
hey, there's that word.
2 Star Wars films, 2 Star Trek movies.
It's that word again.
To align with the studio that's home to multiple high-profile franchises, many in need of revitalization. But after recent seismic changes at top of both Warner Brothers and DC, questions are emerging about the future of Bad Robot's slate of DC projects.
I love how you got him like licking his.
Looks like he's tying a cherry stick into a knot with his mouth.
I find the best pictures I can of him,
or it's Tom Hanks trying to do it. I don't.
It literally looks like he's like mid-chew of some bulgogi at the Korean restaurant.
I got
he's like,
on the side of my mouth.
Man.
And his nose looks like a penis.
Nose dick.
Oh my gosh.
I wasn't sure if that was James Gunn or Tom Hanks or who.
So
Tom Hanks.
So all in favor of J.J. Abrams losing this deal, say aye.
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 That
like
face is aye.
I'm saying nay.
What was he saying there? Was he spitting?
Well, he was probably just like licking his chops. He's excited about $250 million.
That's his sexy face. That's his courting face.
Hey baby,
I love it.
How you doing?
Hi girl.
All right.
Watch me make a loop with my tongue.
Maybe he's about to motorboat.
Oh my gosh, I saw this bit that Robin Williams did. It was so funny. He's like, ladies, tell me, is this what it's like?
But I mean, if they,
It's the face of a cannibal.
I think they're gonna have. Yeah, I mean, what do you think? You think he's gonna? James Gunn's gonna be like, "Peace, bitch."
James Gunn.
See, he does look like James Gunn.
No, I'm saying because of the changes, like at DC, Warner Brothers, James Gunn.
This is J.J. Abrams we're talking about.
He's like, I'm about to blow some shit up.
So, but
what was the topic?
Seismic changes at the top of both Warner Brothers and DC. Doesn't that insinuate James Gunn? Question
I think so, yeah.
About the future of Bad Robot.
Oh yeah, well, okay, maybe, but he's not working on any DC projects. I didn't think he's working on Star Trek.
Well, he fucked up the Turtles movie.
I thought that no,
JJ
he was
Turtles movies.
Someone else was
Michael Bay.
Oh,
someone else was doing Star Trek, and then they bailed to go do Fantastic Four.
Tarantino did. Are we all just gonna do our icons?
Well, I did it. Just
well,
'cause I
mine's a
got
vagina.
Rogan
It's not really
right
my
now.
icon. It's a Star Trek vagina.
Tyson said he'd rather see a Lost reboot.
One that makes sense at the end.
I'd like him to redo. What was that fucking one show that he did?
Alias.
No,
Heroes.
no.
He didn't do that.
Showgirls.
He did the movie. It was a show. Starts with an
Firefly.
F. No.
Terminator.
It was on Fox.
Dumb and Dumber, the animated series.
Clerks.
X-Files.
Clerks, the live action TV show.
He did one show that I really liked. I liked it so much I can't remember what it's called right now.
Yeah,
those are always the best, right?
That's the best show that you can't remember.
All right, I'll find it.
Fringe.
Person of Interest. Revolution.
Reboot. The reboot.
Fringe.
Alias. Fringe. The sci-fi one.
Yeah, I loved Fringe. I wish they would redo that one. And
well, he probably will have a lot more time on his hands now, so maybe he will.
All right, moving on.
Ooh. In early parts of the turn of the century, Ben Stiller had an unprecedented run as a producer and performer. He was a part of the classic comedies at the time, including Meet the Parents, Zoolander, Night at the Museum, and Dodgeball, A True Underdog Story. Only one of those movies didn't get a sequel in 2004, sports comedy that also starred Vince Vaughn, Justin Long, and a host of other notable comedy faces. Speaking with comicbook.com for his new horror movie, Barbarian, we asked Long, is there a possibility of Dodgeball 2 ever happening? And the actor shined a light on the potential, revealing Vince Vaughn has an idea.
That's what I'm talking about. It's about
He's got plenty
time.
of ideas. He's an idea man.
It's about freaking time. We need Peter LaFleur and White Goodman to show off again or show down again.
But what would really be the plot of it?
Well, I don't know.
He tries to
something with Aniston.
But it needs
Down
to
on
happen.
his luck. White Goodman decides he's finally going to get in shape, so he gets a membership at Average Joe's Gymnasium to join the dodgeball teams, and now friends
looking pretty good.
Enemies become friends.
Harmon sometimes is like a soundboard just gone amok.
As Peter LaFleur and White Goodman have to come together to save Average Joe's from an up-and-coming global corporation taking over in EOS Fitness.
Oh, dude, I like where you're going with this, Matt. The former enemies now turned reluctant allies.
Yeah,
I like that take on it. That's a great take.
Stop projecting. Quit projecting.
To take down EOS Fitness.
They want to make Average Joe's a parking lot again.
Yeah.
I like the idea of them having to come together and figure things out together as enemies turning turn to reluctant allies. That's a good idea.
Oh,
Man,
here's the plot.
Yeah, baby.
Joined Italy
Yeah,
for the
go to
championship.
Italy for the championship. There it is. There it is.
That's right.
There's
They'll face off against Triple D.
Are you going through paperwork, Hartman?
Will Ferrell will be. No, I'm making Kool-Aid. Oh.
Making
I'm
Kool-Aid.
going to mute you until you're done, okay?
Yeah.
It sounded like he was going to the bathroom, but all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got the plot. He's got to join the dodgeball team. They've got to figure out a way to get to the championship in Italy.
That's right. That'd be freaking riot. That'd be a freaking riot.
Where it and Ally come together.
he's a soundboard just got amok, man.
All right, moving on.
Gotham Knights set up Batman Nightwing fight.
Stoked.
When Batman interrogates a few of Scarecrow's henchmen to see if they're selling a fear toxin variant to another buyer, which then sends the Dark Knight to City of Bloodhaven. When Tim asks if they should reach out to a certain someone known to patrol Bloodhaven, Bruce quickly cuts him off before he sets out to prevent a probable break-in about to occur. Before he can get to the scene, however, Batman is stopped by a familiar voice coming from behind him. I don't know what you're doing here, but I want you gone, it says. Bruce turns around to find his former mentee Nightwing / Dick Grayson standing there. He attempts to say something, but Nightwing cuts him off and yells, "I don't work for you anymore," on the final page.
Yeah. Let the fight begin.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Nightwing says, "Get your tent pole out of here."
No more tent poles.
No more tent poles.
Stop trying to show me your tent pole.
That's going to be DC's first movie out of the gate with James Gunn.
Tent poles?
That's
Tent pole.
That's his obscure character, tent pole.
Tent pole. The movie.
Swing. So I think that's cool. I'm kind of excited for this. So I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah, totally excited, man. Look at that smug expression on Batman's face there.
Oh,
He looks so smug.
69mega.com can stop watching the stream. Find love. They're excited for it.
Get it. Block it.
Dude, don't leave. Don't what?
Block it.
No.
Twist it. Bop it.
Turn it. Bop it.
I mean, a Nightwing
That's
Batman
a-
fight
that's
is
a-
always good.
oh yeah, I just a nice. Get the fuck
You're not
out
my
of
dad.
You're not
There's
my
definitely got to be some of that. You're not my dad.
You're not my real dad.
Oh shit!
Everybody saw your dick in that one book.
He's got this weird smirk on his face, like, you're looking at my dick right now.
Right, he is. It's totally zoned in on the crotchal region.
It's got a lot of unnecessary like arrows.
You'll never be the man
draw
I
your
am.
attention to it.
Like, how old is Bruce at this point? Because every time I went to the gym in college, there were always old dudes, naked as jaybirds, just walking around, no towels, covering up. They just like hang out with you, be like, "Hey, man, hey, youngster." Like, oh my gosh, get your freaking dick out of my face, man.
Like that scene in Hall Pass when he falls asleep in the jacuzzi, and Owen Wilson falls asleep in the jacuzzi, and they pull him out, and then like the black dude sitting next to his head, and he's like, "Hey, Irish, can you switch spots with this dude?" And he's like, "Why?" And the black dude's got a huge fucking hog, and the Irish dude's got a tiny one.
At least there was never a moon landing when you were at the gym and they were naked. You know what that is? It's where their penis rests up on your butt while you're changing. As they're speeding by, it's a moon landing.
Oh, geez.
Fucking moon landing.
That's rough. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, at least there was none of that.
Who did we just lose?
Hardman. It had to happen.
All right, moving on. We're not. Okay, we're not.
Huge jacked man keeps splitting his pants because his muscles for Wolverine's return are so big.
That's
Apologize
not me, but for a different reason.
Yeah, I've had this problem too.
So
apologies to the entire cast as a music man, and in particular my dress and my wife. All the protein shakes are starting to kick in. My dresser and my wife. All the protein shakes are starting to kick in. Jackman shared. The other night I could have heard the Velcro go cracking and actually popped open. Cracking's better. I split 2 pairs of pants, he explained, and a time-sensitive rip. It was an 18-inch tear. I had about 2 minutes. I said to the stage manager, "New pair of pants." I had my pants around my ankles. I thought if my dresser doesn't get here in time, it better go on and split my pants, and then no pants at all. Then I saw him running from the stage, right stage left, top speed. We made it just in time.
Good for him. He's getting all ripped. He can't even fit in his clothes anymore.
Right?
Got to get those jacked thighs.
I like that he wears a dress.
Apologies to my dress and my wife.
Yeah.
It's a sundress. You know how awesome sundresses are.
That sounds like a porn description.
Go on.
I saw a really good porn name today for a porn title. My son's best friend. I can't keep his balls out of my mouth.
What?
So, that's all right. But yeah.
Good.
It's cool when you go. I wish my pants split because I was getting ripped instead of just fatter.
Yeah. Same.
It'd be awesome. It'd be awesome. All right, moving
More
on.
than just protein shakes kicking in. I bet you there's some anabolic stuff kicking in too.
Got to get all those fucking veins to show.
Especially at that.
Oh, fuck. Cartman's just sitting there.
I was just sitting here in the lobby, hearing about 18-inch rips.
Hey, you sound good now.
How'd you fix your mic?
You guys sound like
oh my gosh, you're coming in so clear.
Harps from an angel. That's what we sound like.
This is the clearest you've ever come in, man.
Sound like the Portal people. GLaDOS.
Oh,
well, whatever you did,
of an angel.
You sound great now. So
I don't know.
He went and shut his mom's Netflix off and said, "Don't fucking watch Netflix."
I don't have Netflix. I can't afford it. Quit.
Mom, give me some pizza rolls.
Try the milk, Mom.
The meatloaf. We want
it. All right, moving on.
Yesterday came word that Marvel Studios was developing a new Disney Plus series titled Vision Quest.
Yes!
A new show focusing on Paul Bennett's hero and his place in the MCU. Variety now brings word confirming work on the series, revealed to be assembling a writer's room next week. According to the trade, Paul Bennett will reprise his role once again for the series, which has WandaVision head writer and executive producer Jack Scraft.
White Vision.
Scraft attached to lead the writer's room.
Jack
Scraft. Dude, it's no word on who else will be
all
part
male
of the
writers
group
room
of writers has been confirmed yet.
Paul, is he gonna be wearing a dress?
Yes.
Paul Bettany will never get another job where he's just him. No one wants to see his normal face.
He was doing cocaine with Depp, man. Paul Bettany was that cocaine guy.
Schaefer.
So.
Does anybody care about this?
Me?
No.
I fucking love White Vision. Put white in front of anything. Except for white grape juice. I hate white grape juice.
White meatloaf?
Well,
depends. Is it unicorn?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm excited about this, but if he has more like thought experiments like he did in WandaVision, where he's talking about ships being taken apart and put back together, like
you didn't like that?
No, I love that.
Yeah, like
I
can't.
I want more of that.
Like, so now he's not like the robot that they created. Now he's like back to reality where he was. Like, he's basically
there goes gravity.
He's like Vision again. he's like the same dude, but he's just like painted white now.
Well, I don't know about
correct.
That. I think it's that transition from.
Dude, he dipped out like he had some shit on the stove, and that was the last we saw.
It's a process, man. It's a.
He was like, "Oh snap!
Oh snap!"
And then he just busted through the ceiling, like yeah, fuck this job. And then nobody's seen him since. Like he's on vacation. Like he's like, all I do is work. I'm out of here.
Yeah, that's true. That's pretty good, man. You're so much funnier with a clear microphone. Please don't listen.
I try not to move.
It's a apartment standing like this.
I do like White Vision. He's a funny dude. Like, especially when he says elaborate. Like, that was like, oh snap, that's hilarious.
What the fuck?
He's like, elaborate. like say what?
Don't mind if I do. I thought you'd never ask.
Like, elaborate. Hey, say that again.
I intend to.
Oh, I get it. Damn, this sucks. Boom.
Anyways,
I'm excited for it. I might be the only one.
Attitude. I'm excited. I fucking love it.
I kind of feel like this is a character they don't really know what direction to go in with. Like, he served his purpose. And I don't understand why they just keep bringing him back.
His exit show. They have
like
no clue what to do.
His freaking corpse face you've got here is exactly his expression, and he's like,
he just leaves.
I'm dead. Like, can't I rest now? Like, why?
Let me fucking die.
So he's fighting Wanda, right? And then he just takes off. Like, something about a ship, and he just bam, he's gone. Like,
it's because he thought he actually had kids with her. He's like, I didn't get that bitch pregnant, and he fucking took off.
Them ain't my kids.
Find out he was the father on Maury Povich, or not the father.
You are not the father. Pew.
Yeah, he was like, I'm out.
You're telling me it's Saturday? Shit.
I've seen a lot of dudes.
He does a backflip off the stage. I'm out of here.
I imagine he went and met up with Johnny Depp in character as the pirate Jack dude, and was just doing cocaine. That's what I imagine.
Pirate Jack dude.
He went.
Jack
he was like,
Sparrow.
"Oh shit, I got plans," and then he went and did the coke with Johnny Depp and Marilyn Manson.
That sounds like a fun time.
Yeah, it does. Him telling stories like, I kept a girl in a cage, and then he's like, you won't believe what I did to Wanda.
I made shit on the bed. I got you all beat.
Yeah, Depp's all fucked up talking about his court case. And that'd be a fucking movie, like a hall pass type movie. Like, these three on a cocaine binge, White Vision, Johnny Depp, and Marilyn Manson. Like, I would watch that.
Dude, I'd watch that too.
And Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo.
Then I took my ribs out, and I can suck my own dick now. Oh, it's hilarious.
That's just a myth.
Yeah, I know.
Did that.
And then I filmed Wonder Years, and went all downhill from there.
That's also a myth.
I know that's a myth. Come on.
Now I can't even sing on stage without air conditioning blowing on me.
And they hated it when I peed on the Bible. I don't know why.
All right, moving on.
Next slide.
That's it. There's our new segment.
We made it through.
Yeah, it's time for a little bit of best of worst comics of the week. Time for a little best and worst comics of the week. Kicking off with the worst of the week, we have Judgment Day, Avengers, X-Men, Eternals.
Is that Momoko?
That is Momoko.
I don't like it, but I respect it.
I don't. It just.
At first, it took me a minute to realize that this was a hand. I thought it was this chick's booty.
Yeah,
That's
she's
a big old
some
booty.
Cardi B level booty.
That's not a. What is that? That's
a hand.
Or is it a hand and a booty?
And it's got the string on it to remind him of something.
I imagine she's got to ring a bell whenever she needs to go eat or take a break, and then they debate on whether to let her take a break.
Every time an angel sings,
like you draw more.
Who are these people? Is that the Submariner? Or like, who is this? Who are we looking at?
I don't know. I would assume like
her friends.
Yeah, I'm questioning this dude down here. I have no idea.
That's her.
He's an Eternal of some sort, I'm sure.
She's drawing covers, and they're like, "Where's your friends for you?"
Submariner. I don't know. I'm not reading this book, so I don't know who these characters are supposed to be.
That ass. Oof.
It's trash.
Hand ass. Next, we got Dr. Afra 25.
Is this a gun? Is this a gun? How do I hold the gun? Am I doing
It almost looks like she has a sword in her ass.
Okay, I'm done.
It does,
this.
yeah. It literally looks like he's pulling a sword out of her ass.
That's why she's standing so straight.
You know, that looks less like Leia and more like the princess from Spaceballs.
And I like how Han Solo is totally doing Blue Steel.
Yeah.
No, he's doing Saturday Night Fever, man. Disco.
He's about to fire on that Wookiee for doing it with the sword to her.
I just thought this was bad. I was like, who the fuck are these fucking cosplayers?
Pew pew.
Yeah. I like her deadpan face. Like she's obviously like facing something down with her blaster ready to go. Her blaster there looks like a micro-peen with some balls, or like a little, like one of those like little cannon dudes from Super Mario.
She's not making anybody happy holding it like that.
The sword went in. She went, woohoo!
Yeah.
We should get a side-by-side of her and Princess Vespa from Spaceballs.
That looks like she's trying to look like she doesn't know what she's doing, so she doesn't have to do it anymore.
Kind of like how Rick would do this like weird gun thing where it was like at this weird angle and he'd still hit everything.
She's aiming for the head.
Tyson's liking it. He's liking it now.
And it's a great
You can tell by the way I do my walk. I'm a Han Solo man. No time to talk.
Sam's onto something. It's pretty spot on.
Yeah.
All
right.
That's Princess Vespa.
Spider-Man 12. Ramita Jr. again.
I'm gonna get you.
Can't draw.
I'm getting you, Goblin.
I like how it looks like the Goblin glider is screaming, and it's almost the same mask that Hobgoblin has on.
I'm about to fall off.
Spider-Man and his spider glider.
Like they look like they're about to bonk heads.
Look like they're about to hug. Like it looks like he's
very
going for
dangerous.
the like, dude, I love you, man. We're so cool.
It's just not a good. Ramita Jr. is just no. It's like
Too
being a
many
dead
lines.
horse at this point, but
He needs to just get, if he got rid of a lot of the extra lines he puts in everywhere.
yeah. Because
Yeah. Okay.
Spider-Man looks madder.
Super speed. They're just not good covers.
No.
Best cover of the week: AVX versus Eternals Judgment Day.
Art germ cover.
Dazzler. Art germ cover.
Killing me.
That is a very good Dazzler cover.
Still believe.
It does seem like a Vegas residency, doesn't it? Yeah.
Looks like the chick from The Boys.
Who's
The
Starlight?
Vegas residency.
Yeah. Starlight, man, damn, she got so much work. She looks like she let herself go.
That is a great cover, though.
Are you pouring the sugar in your Kool-Aid now?
No, I'm done drinking it.
All right.
We got Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Best
Shit.
looks like he is dropping a deuce cover of the week.
He's dropping it. It's a beast of a shit.
That was the after I had some Taco Bell cover.
That is a very well drawn Wolverine, though.
Taking a shit. He's even got his back arched back because he's really into it, trying to get it out.
It's constipation.
He's not wearing any pants. It's one of them shits.
Didn't eat enough bran. And then we got what's this from, Kyle?
Supergirl?
It's the vampire runs.
DC versus vampires.
Yeah.
Supergirl.
I like it.
Yeah, that's a cool cover. They're all cut up.
So.
Ooh. She likes it rough.
Yeah, she does.
It's like doesn't look like she's cutting a fart. It's blowing her skirt back.
I like my hair pulled.
And then we got Lovesick.
Dude, I love that cover.
Trust
That
me,
is
they
a
like
sick
it when I
cover.
do this. He
I want to
enjoys
get that. I want to get this dude on the show.
the pig.
Interesting book.
Yeah.
No,
the pig.
Lana Vecchio.
So, all right. I don't know. I think that cover's sick.
It is, and she's like drooling into that dude's mouth.
Yeah.
And we are going to be reviewing this book, so I don't know if you guys in the chat read it, but we're going to be
I'd
talking
hit
about
it.
And then we have that same amazing Spider-Man, but the Miracle Man, the B cover, Miracle Man variant. I just like that's a sick cover. I like the way this black suit Spider-Man is
That
drawn
Miracle
with
Man
the
logo.
Miracle Man.
The M&M. That I can't stand that design.
Great Scott.
Great Scott.
It's like an M humping
there you
another M.
It's time to get to this segment in the show everybody waits for every week. It's time for Manga Time, where we just review
Manga time.
Instagram
Manga
videos.
time. Across the
Yeah.
U.S.
Manga time!
It's the often imitated, often
Do your
tried to be
Cartman voice.
duplicated.
All right, it's Manga time, fuckers.
But it's time for a little big news in anime
Hey.
with our boy Sam.
You guys know that I love some Junji Ito body horror. We did Junji Ito's Greased or Ghost Ride in last week's WTF manga. Well, it turns out that Netflix is also a big fan, and they are looking to produce a series of horror tales based on Junji Ito's various short stories. Look for one about killer balloons that hang people. Balloons shaped like the people's heads who they are trying to kill. Look for Greased to be a part of this. There's just going to be a ton of really creepy, macabre stories that are going to blow your mind. And it's coming in January 2023. So we won't have to wait very long before we get creeped out by more Junji Ito.
I hope we get a Greased one.
Tentpole.
Tentpole. This will be a tentpole for sure.
I just
I think there's going to be a lot of people up in arms about somebody's face full of zits.
It's going to be gross, man. Yeah.
People are going to be. I have acne problems. I don't like this.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to make you very uncomfortable. That's the point. Yeah. One of the really fun kind of evidences of the spread of anime and popularity of this Japanese medium is that The Simpsons are going to homage Death Note with a Treehouse of Horror 33 episode called The Death Tome. And in it, Lisa finds the Death Tome, and she is given instructions very similar to those in Death Note, except there's no repeats. So in the Death Tome, you can't repeat the way someone dies. You have to come up with new ways for people to die. I don't know.
It seems like
the same thing is, but maybe it means that the writer gets killed if they repeat a death.
I'm stoked about this. I can't wait till tomorrow.
Didn't Code Geass have something like that too? Like where they could, like they had to, something had to be done that was differently, or something could be done more than once.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, this is very
so
exciting.
There's no like automatic heart attack clause in this one?
No. You have to specify how they die, and you can't do it the same way twice. So similar, but with some unique properties here. So I'm excited to see what they do with that.
Yeah, I'm super stoked.
That's pretty good. It's a pretty good idea.
I love Death Note, and even like the little short they released for this is super good.
Yes. Yeah,
I like Lisa's anime design too. She's looking pretty good.
If this doesn't say that there's a big move coming, I don't know what does. The Simpsons do an anime?
They're predicting the future.
Well,
so Marge looks like the overworked wife in like every anime.
Yeah, right. There was one other piece of news that actually didn't get a chance to make a slide for it, but just so you guys know, Viz.com, they have Shonen Jump series. There are 2 Naruto spin-off series that started this week. One of them is called Naruto Sasuke's Story, The Uchiha and the Heavenly Stardust, the manga, which dropped October 22nd. And then one that dropped yesterday was Naruto Konoha's Story, The Steam Ninja Scrolls, the manga. The Sasuke story one is like a grown-up Sasuke kind of exploring a mystery in a town and trying to figure out what's going on there. And then the other one it follows the daughter of Sarutobi Asuma and the other ninja that he was married to. I forget what her name is.
So is there going to be a lot of first appearances in this manga?
There's going to be so many first appearances. So many first appearances.
So you're saying this is one we should probably send off to CGC?
We should probably be on some kind of IG. But no, these actually are digital only, so you won't see them in any magazine. They won't show up on an IG like Key Manga Collector or anything. They're going to be digital, but they are. I've read them both. I liked the second one better, Naruto Konoha's Story, the Steam Ninja Scrolls, the manga. I liked better than the other one about Sasuke. But they're going to be limited series, so we'll see where they go. But it's kind of neat. It's kind of in for Naruto's. I think it's the 20th anniversary of their original release.
Nice.
And then moving on to this week's WTF manga. So before Chainsaw Man, Tatsuki Fujimoto did a series called Fire Punch. And this series starts out, so this little blurb right here doesn't really give it justice. The Blessed are basically mutants. The Blessed are basically mutants, and the main character, Agni, has the ability to regenerate. His sister also has the ability to regenerate, but not as much. And in the time where they're at, there's a lot of famine. And so what they do every day is Agni, his sister, chops off his arm to feed people. And they use his meat to feed the village. And he just regenerates his arms. So he might cut it off 4 or 5 times in a day to feed the people of the village.
It's pretty fucking nice of him.
What's that?
I said it's pretty fucking nice of him.
It is nice of him, but there's these other people who come to town, and one of them is a mutant who has this ability, or a blessed, has this ability to consume things with fire. And he hits Agni with it, and the fire will not go out until the target is consumed.
It's a grease fire.
But because Agni regenerates, he never gets the fire never goes out. It just constantly is consuming him.
That's the worst death I've ever heard
he's
in anime
regenerated.
in general.
So
And
when he
he's
cuts his arm
regenerating.
off, it's like cooked then. Right?
Yeah, if that
a medium rare steak.
But in the first chapter, he spends 8 years trying to get used to the burning.
It's like an STD.
Yeah, it's like an STD, exactly. And then he shows up like there's he starts hunting people for revenge because his sister gets burned too, but she doesn't regenerate fast enough.
Holy shit!
And so she actually does die, but it takes like 6 months for her to die because she keeps regenerating, but it's just not that fast. And so he goes and he gets revenge by punching people with this fire that never goes out until it consumes things. So there you go. That's fire punch.
Somebody fire punched me.
Super dark, super badass. But that's where Tatsuki Fujimoto, this is the predecessor to Chainsaw Man.
So what did everybody think of Chainsaw Man this week?
Oh,
so
my God.
good.
So good.
Oh, God. Spoiler alert. Don't. I'm
2-8.
Chainsaw Man is awesome.
I just love how driven he is for boobies. It's fucking awesome.
Dude, I cannot wait. Until you see what happens. So, Power is an awesome
my
character.
cat, and I'll let you touch my boobs.
Power is a fantastic character. She actually is one of those who really sticks with you, and the things that she goes through, like, man, it's insane. So, really looking forward to how this season goes and plays out with
So
Power
far,
and Vicky relationship.
Fucking awesome. Did you guys watch the 3rd episode of Bleach?
Yeah. Also
Oh,
really cool.
It's so good.
It's so good, dude.
If you guys aren't watching it, it's fucking great.
It's a fight between Ichigo and one of the Sternritter in Hueco Mundo, and they battle back and forth, and it's pretty awesome. Ichigo is like super powered, man.
Yeah.
Didn't the dub for Chainsaw Man come out?
Yeah, episode 1 of the English dub for Chainsaw Man is now on Crunchyroll and Hulu, I believe.
Did that drop yesterday?
I think it's 2 days ago.
Oh.
So Thursday. So you can now watch it with English voices.
Pass.
I'm gonna check Russian Facebook and see if I can get it there.
Just buy it off the dark web, Hartman.
But yeah, if you guys aren't watching Chainsaw Man and Bleach, it's
You're missing out. Oh man.
it's great. They're both fire.
All right, a segment we still don't have an entry for. First appearance of the week this week. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 101. We get the first appearance of Mistress Vile, who is just Rita Repulsa.
I'd hit.
Rebirth of Rita Repulsa.
That's
Then
cool.
we get Gotham, Batman Gotham Knights, Gilded City. We get the first appearance of Runaway, a defender of slaves operating in the 19th century. Here's your first look at Runaway. Kind of cool.
Nice.
Were they hoping for that game to be a hit that they released for Gotham Knights?
No. I hope, well, probably, but it looks terrible.
No. Nah, they just
Although,
put out a game. Fuck it.
I've
I
just
did
seen a
see
lot of
that
Gotham
there's
Knights stuff.
There is a nice tribute to George Perez and Neil Adams in the game. So that's cool.
When they're done, they're like, I hope this isn't a hit.
Yeah.
Well, it should have been a hit, but
That's the one where you had to follow the smoke trail or the scent of tobacco or whatever. Or was that a different game?
this one just came out. It's where it's after Batman and all of the family comes together, and then they have to fight the Court of Owls.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Yeah, it should have been. It should have been like. I mean, it was the guys that did. I think Rockstar or not Rockstar. Rocksteady. I think that's who it was.
Like Bebop friend?
No, the company that did the Arkham series. So, but it's not of that standard, like that quality.
Matt, who did that?
What?
Never mind.
Who did
Ross
the
said he
Gotham
was-
Knights game?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't been following it because I saw the trailer for it like way back at what was the Fandome, and it wasn't like on my radar. It's done by Warner Brothers Publishing and Interactive Entertainment.
There it is. All right, next first appearance.
So next we got the first team appearance of Punchline's Royal Flush Gang in Punchline the Gotham Games #1. And there are your
Are they
Royal
based off
Flush
of
Gang.
cards?
Yeah, it's kind of based off the old like C-list villains.
Oh, the Royal Flush Gang.
Yeah.
Or like King of Diamonds,
Mhm.
Queen of Hearts, Jack of Spades, or whatever.
So there you go. And our comic cucumber.
Comic cucumber.
Thank you, Hartman.
Hey, Hartman, the living soundboard.
Actually, before we get to that, we have some breaking news. If you're a Witcher fan, I'm sorry to break your heart, but today Netflix announced that The Witcher will be back for a 4th season. However, it's not all good news, as Henry Cavill will not be returning for season 4. Instead, Liam Hemsworth will be the new Monster Slay Geralt.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, they just announced it.
Because of Man of Steel 2, he cannot do Witcher, so he's bailing out of Witcher, and Liam Hemsworth is going to be the new Geralt.
I'm glad.
I'm not. That doesn't make me happy.
I'm sure it's going to piss a lot of people off.
But back to the comic cucumber. Development on the Batman 2 has been underway ever since the first movie became such a success. Warner Brothers officially announced the sequel in April, with Matt Reeves returning to write and direct Robert Pattinson's return to the star. It is so far unconfirmed if Barry Keegan's Joker will be in Batman 2. There have not been many updates on the sequel in the months since, but the franchise's scope has continued to expand. Reeves is reportedly developing the Batman shared universe filled with more villain spin-offs, movies, and shows to go along with Penguin and Arkham Asylum shows already in development.
And then they pushed it to what, 2025 is what they're saying?
Yeah.
Is Pattinson's fans only page?
Yikes.
So do you think they really pushed it to 2025 because of what?
Probably Matt Reeves' schedule and whatever other movies he's scheduled to put in production ahead of time. This stuff really doesn't fall in the realm of what James Gunn is going to do. So he can Reeves can go at his own pace. So I would say it's probably scheduling or Pattinson's schedule or something along those lines.
Yeah,
What do you
go
think,
around
Hartman?
Huh?
What do you think, Hartman?
I think that the new Twilight movie coming out is going to be amazing with him in that shape. Like, it's what we all wanted.
Yeah, his painted on abs there. His abs look like those guys that will shave abs in their belly hair.
Mm-hmm.
What do they call that? What do they call that in
Forced perspective?
No. Something
Looks
trail.
like someone like
Oh,
just
the Happy Trail.
taped a couple
Happy
of
Trail.
pieces of bologna to his stomach, and then they just painted it flesh color in post.
Put some skin colored dimes for his nipples. Trail patch? Is that what they call it?
Happy Trail.
Happy Trail.
Dick root.
What?
No one calls it that.
Dick root? That's a word. That's a thing.
It's the same thing. When you say root,
See,
it's
he says it's
an
a thing.
analogy for dick. Like,
No, it's a dick. It's a dick root.
no,
It's a root to his dick. It's like a
Oh,
root
route.
here.
Route.
No, dick root. I'm gonna Google that. Safe search on
you Google that.
Don't do it. It's gonna take all
dick
your
root. Dick root, where a man has his underwear right above his dick and his pelvis region is visible. Coined by Joe Rogan referencing Carrot Top in one of his workout photos. Dickroot. Dickroot. Dickroot.
Can I get its country of origin?
LA.
Russian.
That's
No,
incorrect. You lost the spelling bee this time, Cartier.
Oh shit! All right.
Dickroot.
So until now, it was known that Affleck would be playing Batman again in the Flash movie, and it was then revealed that he would be playing the Dark Knight again in Aquaman in the Lost Kingdom. It seems as though Affleck has caught the Batman bug again, as is being reported that he's not only going to be appearing in these 2 DC comic movies, but another 3 DC films.
I googled this,
dude. That's a great picture of him. Like somebody took a picture of him taking a nap on a rooftop.
Photo of the Weekend at Bernie's reboot.
No, he got caught in the Odin sleep.
Yeah,
that J-Lo thing on him all night. You try to keep up with
Harkin's mind. Dickroot.
My Dickroot is killing me.
But I googled and I didn't. Besides the article that you sent us, Harmon, I didn't find anything else that said that he was signed on for 3 movies.
I said it was a rumor.
That's why it's on the comic Cucumber.
I'd be okay with that. I think
I didn't think he did a bad
Batman is
job.
like the best part of the Snyderverse.
Yeah,
I mean, I assumed he was coming back. I mean, look at him. It screams DC. Looks like he just got slipped something in his drink.
Ben Affleck is Batman in nap time.
Batman versus Sandman in sleep time on manga time.
No, that's the picture of the guy that got him out of jail.
It's a good picture.
Someone slips Batman a roofie. It's Batman forever sleeping. Rated R.
The only better picture if a bird was pooping in his mouth as this was taken.
All I googled was Ben Affleck.
Nudity not promised.
I was like, damn, that's the perfect Ben Affleck picture.
Oh man.
How does Batman enjoy his weekends?
I'm for it though. I'd be cool
tired.
with Affleck.
I'm so tired.
I'm worn out for being Batman.
No, we got it all wrong.
I'm tired.
He hasn't had any. J-Lo's not putting out. Look where his phone is. He's got his phone on vibrate. That's his O face. That's his O face.
That's his O face? He's a premature ejaculator? Because
look. You can see the root right here, semi-hard. Like, that's his O face.
Geez, come on.
You're giving him too much credit, man.
Come on.
This is where I need like
his dick isn't in
like,
his pants. It's in her pocket.
Look at that. There it is right there. We all know he's hung. If you've ever seen Gone Girl.
Gone Girl.
He in the shower scene, you just see his fucking massive hog in there.
Oh, he just stretched it out prior.
You
gotta pull it. You gotta knead it out.
He stretched it out before the scene.
You gotta put the heat gun on it and do what it's a process.
He stretched it out before he went in.
We've all had physicals.
I don't think he stretched it out there, Hardman.
I don't stretch it out before a physical, Hardman.
Well, you should.
All right, it's time for our top.
And then he goes like this.
Hold on, don't look yet. Come on.
Like, let me shake these free real quick and
longer. Let me helicopter.
That's his old face, man. He's
helicopter.
That's his oh my god, this nagging bitch will not get off my ass face.
Nah, I think J-Lo just sent him some nudes and he's like, ooh, that booty.
And he fell asleep. He fell asleep watching too.
You're desensitized if you're doing it with J-Lo. Like you go back to your old ways.
That's his disappointed face. And he was like, I remember in the 90s when this shit used to be minty and now she's been run through and it's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
But it's still a habanero. Spicy. And she's doing that film with Owen Wilson. Wow. Wow. He's not. Owen Wilson's filming with my wife.
J-Lo is dry as hell down there.
Shit.
Affleck dresses left.
I've
and
never
right.
seen a
Man's
dry
got 2 dicks.
Latino.
All right, it's time for our top 5 this week.
Comic review first.
Oh, there's no comic review slide.
Well,
all right,
shit.
comic reviews. Take it
What do
away,
you want to do
Kyle.
first? Lovesick or Sacrament? I'll do Sacrament first, and then we'll do Lovesick.
Sacramento. California.
Affleck doesn't have traditional legs, just 2 hogs filling his leg holes.
But a great cover. I think we had this on the top 5 last week. Or the
It looks like Jared Leto's Morbius.
Yeah, it does.
What are you fucking doing, Hartman?
I'm looking for my charger because my iPad is
Morbid
dying.
time.
Okay,
Morbid.
he's making more Kool-Aid because it wasn't sugary
So
enough.
this was a pretty good. I got to remember there's boobies in this issue, so I'm gonna have to try to skip over them.
You gotta remember there's boobies in the next one too. And we
There is, but it's okay because they're cartoons, right?
Boobies.
yeah.
But this issue, he's still trying to exorcise the demon out of the dude, and it's another dude who got murdered, and people are starting to get murdered. So people are starting to freak out, and what's happening is people are kind of going back. You know, they're living in a time where religion isn't a thing, and it's, you know, they don't believe in relics, they don't believe in superstition, they don't believe in any of that. But with all these murders and stuff, people are starting to fall back that way. And what's happening is he's having a hard time doing it, and they're kind of, so the army group is like, you know what? But what's happened is they're trying to decide if they're actually going to let him go through with the exorcism, or are they just going to pretty much extinct the planet and just blow it up because it's there's murder and shit going on. So what's happening is he's still trying to exorcise the demon. He's kind of questioning his faith. And she's like, well, maybe I have more faith, so maybe I should try. And he's like, oh, you can't. And so what happens is he goes back to a time where he's getting it on.
I thought he just decided to bang the nun.
Go back. What happened?
But yeah, that's what's going on. They're trying to. He's questioning him being able to perform this exorcism in many different ways. And this is where they come in and they're like, if you can't figure it out and you can't do it, we're going to try and do it. We're just going to kill him. You're done. And when he goes to try to kill him, blap, demon fucking rips at his neck, breaks it, twists it, and he's dead. 2 guys.
That's intense.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise vibes from that guy.
So he's like, all right, I got to be able to try to figure this out. We need to figure out what to do.
Every guy here reminds me of Clint Eastwood, but from different movies. They all look like Clint Eastwood, but from different movies.
He's worn out from trying to, exercise the demon. So she yells at the demon because he's actually taking a nap here. Let me take a nap during this exercise. I'm
tired.
Yeah.
All this exercising.
It's an endurance trial, dude. It's like soccer. And
exercise the demon.
So she goes up to give it a shot, throws her back. And now he's questioning, should she even be a part of it? I don't think she should because, she might get hurt. But so what they're going to do is he's going to ordain her. Yeah, so that she can bless the water and then she could actually try to help. But what's really happening is she's actually already possessed. She's like, don't you want to fall into don't you want to get it on with me? He's like, yeah, I do. I can't help it. We're going to get it on. Nope, can't do it. can't do it.
Dude,
God damn it, we're gonna
Harmon, don't do that. Don't do that.
we're gonna do it. And that's when she finds out that she's actually possessed. I'm sorry. And now he's like, shit, I've got to try to get the demon out of her too. And he does. It's back to him. He's pissed. And now he's like, shit. She doesn't know if she's alive or dead or, and that's kind of where it ends.
These are comics? They do this shit? I'm so used to, I need to read more.
Yeah, you do. That's kind of what we're trying to say.
So, and then the next one we're doing is issue 1 from Image Comics of Lovesick. And so I thought this was actually pretty cool. What did you guys think of this since we all kind of read it?
So I read this first issue, and I'll say that it didn't really hit me with a whole lot of twists. It was basically this gal, Domino, and her squad of ultra-violent dominatrices, kidnapping and brutalizing men on camera for fun and wealth. I guess they're getting paid to do it. It's like Twitch streamers, but snuff films.
Yep.
And so they do it to one guy, put a pig mask on him, and then they do it to another guy. And then at the end, she's cuddling with a third guy. And so I guess my interest is, well, what's the story? Like, it's not just going to be her just torturing guys for issue
she's
after
cuddling
issue.
with her emotional support imp.
Yeah, yep. Gimp. Yeah, her emotional support gimp. So hopefully it takes a story somewhere. Hopefully it's something that actually happens.
So this last person they have is actually like a troll.
Infiltrator.
He was actually a troll that was in here that she got a hold of. But
they found him, they kidnapped him, and now they're gonna cut him up. Yeah.
So, and that's.
Doesn't he have guys that are coming for her, though?
Well, I don't know where the story is going to go, but it seems like it's going to be Domino versus somebody at some point. And just is a lot of violence, a lot of anti-misogyny just kind of reverse misogyny. I'd say, like, it's the women striking back at the misogynistic guys, and but it's just kind of a first issue, so I'm curious to know where the story's going to go.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. I liked that it was bloody and getting murdered, and it was a lot of the,
It reminded me a lot of that book. Is it what, Red Rum or Red Run?
Red Room
that was put out, or Red Room that was like banned from the internet or banned in so many countries. It like its first story reminded me a lot of, reminded me of that. It also was kind of like Hostile, the comic book, kind of essentially the same thing where they kidnap people, kill them, and you get to watch it. It was like the easiest comic book I've ever read.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of dialogue to it.
Yeah, but it's not even like a story yet. It's just these people doing this.
It's
story required, like, this is just setting, right? This is just table setting right now. The story, I'm not sure where it's going to go, whether it's going to be like a horror where Domino just goes around killing a bunch of people till she gets caught, or if there's going to be some kind of rival that is pursuing her. I don't know yet. Right now, it's just kind of table setting.
But I thought it was an interesting first book, and I like that it's gory, bloody. I'm definitely going to try to see where this is going. Okay, Matt.
Now you're ready for top 5?
Just wanted to review a couple comics.
Good job.
And hi, Nathan. It is pronounced manga.
Manga.
Manga time. It's manga time across the USA.
Manga.
Manga. Yeah.
All right. What was the top 5 this week?
Kills.
Top 5 kills.
What the?
I put it in the chat, Hartman.
Oh my God.
My number 5 was Georgie's death in the newer It movie. So he's, that part where he's going for the boat and he fucking bites off his arm and
bites his arm off.
And then Georgie's trying to get away and all the blood's going, from the rain. I just thought that was a great. And then he gets pushed in. It's just a great scene.
Yeah. That is a
good one. And this is from 13 Ghosts.
Oh yeah, I remember
lawyer walking around and the glass door shuts and it cuts him in half.
Yeah, and he's like his eyes are like darting back and forth as he's kind of falling apart, and the audience gets to see him fall apart. Yeah, I remember.
His eye falls off first. He's still looking back and forth, and he kind of slides down. So that was my number 3.
What, number 4? You mean?
Or my number 4. My number 3 is from The Omen, when the truck goes into neutral and it flies down and it fucking hits that glass and it cuts the dude's head off. The dude's head rolls on the glass.
Oh, jeez.
It's a great death. Great death scene. Keith's death scene. Number 2 was from when Scream, when they're talking to Drew Barrymore and she's like freaking out and look out back. And he opens out back and it's fucking Casey there with fucking his guts all hanging out of it,
Oh, yeah, right at the beginning.
Yep, the very beginning of the movie. My number 1 is from Final Destination 3. It's they're in line at the drive-through. And the truck starts to back up and stops, and then that truck with nobody in it is out of control. And they kick out the windshield and they run out, and as soon as the truck hits, the engine flies out and the radiator fan cuts the dude's fucking back of his head.
Oh, jeez. Final Destination has a lot of like really crazy kills. To this day, I won't drive behind any trucks that are towing pipes.
I think of that too. And then when I'm traveling, like to go out of town, and there's something with a bunch of like
logs or something.
Yeah. So
don't drive behind
Sam
those.
was next.
So my first one, number 5 was Glenn, played by Johnny Depp from Nightmare on Elm Street. He dozes off and then he gets pulled into his bed and then he becomes a fountain of blood that just sprays all over the room.
Isn't that right before that? Isn't the naked chick inside the waterbed and he's going like this?
And then just a freaking hand comes up and pulls him in.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so the rest of them are for more modern shows. I don't know if you guys have seen Hereditary. It's this deeply disturbing movie with some really fascinating lore. And the movie seems to be centered on this girl named Charlie and kind of her being groomed for some sort of religious purpose. And then right around the point where you think she's kind of hitting her height, she gets decapitated by a telephone pole because she's hanging her head out the window on the way home from a party, and she gets decapitated. And
that's
then
the picture you should have put.
Like her brother just like drives home, and then he comes back the next day, and her head has like been consumed by ants. It's been partially consumed by ants, and it's just super gross, super disturbing. It's wild. You guys should check out Hereditary. Anyway, next. I loved Haunting of Hill House, and they had this one character called the Bent Neck Lady who was haunting this little girl, and then as she grew older, she would continue to see the Bent Neck Lady, and it turned out that the Bent Neck Lady was her. As she was dying, she gets hung, and as she's dying, she goes back and she like haunts herself at different points in her life. And so you see every time the Bent Neck Lady appeared, it was her seeing herself from the future. It was wild.
I'd be
Fantastic.
pissed if I died and I haunted myself.
It's a really cool show. I actually love Mike Flanagan as far as horror goes. And Midnight Mass.
Walt's brother?
What's that?
Is he related to Walt?
I don't know. I don't think so. But Midnight Mass was
Walt
a
Flanagan.
fantastic show. Oh my gosh, I love that show. But my favorite was this guy right here. He was supposedly the main character. Like the show starts with his past, where he like is in an accident because he was drunk, and he kills a girl, and he's kind of haunted by that guilt, and he goes back home to this little island, and he's trying to make something of his life after getting out of jail, and he gets turned into a vampire. And in the 5th episode, he takes the love interest out in a boat, and so they're off the shore, and he's like telling her what he wants and what he is and how he has this thirst and he wants to kill him, but he doesn't want to do that anymore. And it's kind of like the guilt, it like mixes with the guilt that he had. And then the sun comes up, and in his mind, he's just having this. The sun comes up and it hits him. And as far as he's like his perspective, he's having this like beautiful experience where he's coming to peace. But the girl in the boat is watching him like burn to death, and it's like, and she's like, ah! It's freaking awesome. I love it. You guys should totally check out Midnight Mass if you haven't seen it. All right, next. And then, oh my gosh, Fear Street was this Netflix trilogy of R.L. Stine movies. Kind of came out of nowhere, really. But in the first one, which was Fear Street 1994, they had this really unexpected and gruesome kill where this girl gets her head pushed through a bread slicer by one of the undead villains.
Right.
And her head comes out just like in, slices, and it's freaking gruesome and unexpected and crazy. So that was my number one, bread slicer. Yeah.
New dating for all tastes and ages. Oh shit! All right, number 5 for you, Matt.
Yeah, this is my number 5, the log scene from Final Destination. I'm kind of right there with you guys. I can't drive. Like, I purposely try to get around any truck carrying logs or anything like that still to this day because of that.
That's why I don't drive behind Ben Affleck.
Number 4 is the Goose's death scene from Top Gun. The canopy, him hitting the canopy and breaking his neck. That's always a death that just sends shivers down my spine when I can't get out of my mind. Yeah. Number 3 is the bee sting. Macaulay Culkin from My Girl. Assist to Sam on this one. I didn't even think about it.
Oh my gosh, that one is a traumatic. That's a traumatic moment, man.
Yeah, I don't. Everyone, never want to get stung by bees. And where's his glasses? His glasses. And I love when they do the little shot up, like close up on Macaulay's face. He's got all the little bee stings on him.
Bee stings everywhere. Yeah, dude.
Number 2, the tree that killed Paul Walker. I know it's not really a movie, but it's still pretty horrible.
Christ.
Been a long day without you, my friend.
At least they let him finish the movie.
Dude, you're gonna make us all cry, Matt.
I know. And then my number 1 is Frankenstein killing the little girl in Frankenstein because he wants to see her float like the flower she's playing with.
Yeetus McGeetus.
Yeah, dude. One real death in your list.
Yep.
Kill them.
Time for movie wars.
So last week, Nightmare on Elm Street's just been killing it. I can't put a movie up against Nightmare on Elm Street that is.
Do you want me to run the bumper?
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
dude.
Yeah. Hot girls for you. So back to what I was saying is, you guys all love Nightmare on Elm Street. It's apparent. It fucking blows everything out of the water that I've been doing.
DM me.
What?
So,
what? What's going on?
Last week it was I did it versus Saw, and obviously Nightmare on Elm Street just fucking killed it. So this week, honor of Halloween.
What were the results, Kyle?
Let me pull it up real quick. Manga time.
I got it up.
Across the USA.
86% for Nightmare on Elm Street, 14% for Saw, out of 56 votes.
Damn, killed it.
Murder porn is out.
So this week, in honor of Halloween,
Christmas Story.
I did Halloween.
That makes sense. It makes a strange kind of sense.
Yeah. So now it's Halloween versus A Nightmare on Elm Street. So let's see if Nightmare on Elm Street remains.
I think Elm Street's going to take it again.
I think it's going to. I mean,
it'll be a clean sweep. It's going to be a clean sweep, man.
I think so too. But
people like Halls of Wieners.
Because what did it beat? It's beaten The Evil Dead. It beat Friday the 13th. It's beat
Saw.
The Exorcist, Saw. So it's
all the heavy hitters.
And so now the final one is Halloween. But what other movie would you put up against Nightmare on Elm Street?
Chucky.
I think Nightmare on Elm Street wins that one too.
Yeah, that's like I looked and I was like, "There's just."
I'm Chucky. Want to play?
These are
about Freddy Krueger is so iconic. It's hard to take him down.
I watched the more updated Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street the other day.
Yeah.
And
garbage.
It's not garbage. I don't like the way
it's just not as fun.
I don't like and I don't like the way he looked or talked in it.
It's not like there's a certain charm to Freddy Krueger in the originals, right? And then they redid it and they took away his charm and they just made him creepy. And
see, TK, I don't think The Ring would beat a Nightmare on Elm Street.
I don't either.
No.
If something is creepy and legendary as The Exorcist can take down Nightmare on Elm Street, what's going to?
I watched The Exorcist
Casper.
Nightmare on Elm Street versus Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Beetlejuice.
We'll say 3 times.
But yeah, make sure to vote in the poll on both channels. Find out who wins in this matchup: Halloween versus Nightmare on Elm Street.
See, I didn't. What do you do? The cheesy, watered down.
The 90s miniseries.
What about The Shining?
Or do you do the? I thought about The Shining. But I didn't. I just thought I didn't think The Shining would. I don't know. Beat the Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't know.
That dog's got the right idea.
All right, so I don't know what you guys vote. Tyson voted it as even. Nobody else is voting.
I'm going Nightmare. Yeah,
I'm going Nightmare.
Halloween.
I think this one will be interesting because I think the Halloween Ends, the new movie that came out, put a lot of bad taste in people's mouths for the franchise.
I think
I don't think that many people saw it, honestly.
You don't think so?
No. I think more people were seeing Terrifier 2 than Halloween Ends.
Yeah, I heard that
Smile.
shit. People throw up. Pass out.
Yeah, it's very brutal.
TK votes Nightmare. I think Nightmare is going to be our reigning champion of the month. So,
yeah, make sure to vote in the polls on the Renovision channel.
And we'll try to get Pete to put them up by Monday, so everybody's got all week to vote. And then we'll go back to regular movie awards.
Thanksgiving movies.
So it's just like planes, trains, and automobiles all month long.
It's Tom Hanks movies.
Is it
In,
still Tom
in
Hanks
the village.
T. Hanks giving.
What, Kyle?
Is it still Tom Hanks as the winner?
I can't remember who. No, I think Tom Hanks lost, but I can't remember to who.
Tom Hanks.
I'll have to go. If anybody remembers in the chat, but if not, I'll have to go back and look. So now we got Cartoon Wars.
Hit it.
Yes, Cartoon Wars. Last week it saw The Tick versus Doug, everyone's favorite awkward teenager. And at 61 votes, it wasn't even close. It was 36% to 64% in favor of The Tick.
Yeah, baby. Spoon. I'll give you a tissue sample.
The Tick's going to be a tough one, I think, to beat. I don't know who you put it up against, but
this week,
Bobby
I think
World.
we found a worthy competitor in The Tick as we see Tick take on Darkwing Duck.
Let's get dangerous.
I think it's going to be The Tick.
I go Darkwing in this one.
Dangerous.
You don't know shit about ducks.
Dude, DuckTales is where it's at.
Yeah, that would have been a good matchup.
Ducks are predators.
That's when Scrooge McDuck dives into his.
Nah, Tyson, the Burbs lost. The Burbs lost a long time ago.
That'd kill you.
Yeah, it would. It would kill you, but it doesn't kill Scrooge McDuck.
No, it doesn't.
He's got superpowers.
So there you go. Make sure to vote in the polls up on the Renovision channel on Monday. Tick versus Darkwing Duck. Nightmare on Elm Street versus Halloween. TK says Darkwing Duck.
Ooh, see, I think The Tick's going to be Darkwing Duck, but Darkwing Duck was awesome.
The Tick is more for adults.
It's a good matchup.
I don't know.
I remember the Mighty Duck. All right, so next.
Remember the Mighty Ducks? Yes, I remember the Mighty Ducks.
Everybody does.
Yes, Kyle. Next, Kyle is debuting a new segment.
Hot Chick of the Week goes to.
Wah, wah.
She's stepping out of the Latino after party on Sunday. Pew shows off a see-through beige crop top and matching skirt.
Like the nipples.
Sequined design throughout. And yes, you could see her boobies.
She's really representing Marvel.
Yeah, if you zoom them in, you can definitely see some nip.
Mm-hmm. Pew pew.
Good for her.
Good for us. Yeah, great.
So she wins.
My wife's gonna yell at me that I missed this church Halloween party for the.
It's coniptual.
Nip.
I don't know if everybody agrees with me or not.
Consensual niptules.
I didn't know she had her septum pierced. But if
I'll
you zoom
pierce
in
her
on
septum.
that,
I'll pierce her septum.
The links in the show notes, Matt, if you can get the picture and zoom in. But she's got this pierced right here.
Show notes. Show nips.
I don't want to accidentally zoom in on a different body part.
Zoom in. I want to see some pepperonis.
Hey, do it on your own time.
Yeah, do it on your own time, Hartman.
I'm already doing it.
And we're going to introduce yet another new segment. It's called the What the Fuck segment. This week's What the Fuck segment is a 54-year-old Indonesian grandmother who went missing last Friday while collecting rubber on a plantation near her home in Jumanji was eventually found in the stomach of a 22-foot python after a 2-day search.
Oh, man, she got gobbled.
She almost won hide and seek for the win.
She got chomped, bro.
So,
They'll never find me in here.
Newbie and I were talking about this story the other day. That's why I put it up. When we were younger, and her sister had 2 huge pythons. And I swear they were sizing them up to eat her. They were huge. Like
that python looks like he's explaining himself. Now listen.
In my defense,
I was just eating.
Mojo says almost won the hide and seek competition. I mean, yeah, that would suck.
So she's dead.
She's dead.
Wow, that really
not only she's dead, she's
changes the
digested,
game.
bro.
That's crazy though. Now they're, can you imagine them going?
Who's getting her jewelry? That's the main
The
question.
python.
Can you imagine that?
Take a shit already.
I wonder if she like dropped dead already, and then the python just found the dead body and decided like, hey, it's a snack time.
No,
We'll call it the casket.
Pythons will strangle their prey first, so she was dead probably by the time that she was getting eaten, but it probably strangled and broke her neck and then swallowed her.
I swear there was a show or some shit where the python is literally sizing him up, but like trying to act like it's not, like taking measurements.
So I know what you're talking about. So what it was a show where the chick used to sleep with her python, and what she thought was her python was snuggling up.
It was like laying next to her. And
she thought the python was snuggling up to her. But what it was actually doing is it was
measuring the length
to where it was able to eat her.
I'm just laying next to you. All right, 6 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet. Oh, don't bother me. It's just measuring tape.
I can hear him now. I mean, I'm a snake. She didn't run, so I figured she was.
Yeah. She didn't say I couldn't eat her.
Yeah.
The snake would have understood no means no. So
she slept with me.
Polite like that.
So, and if you know what, in the chat, you guys find a cool what the fuck story, send it to me on Instagram, Kyle647.
Don't talk about my weight. I'm self-conscious about my weight.
It was like oh shit, I can't remember which show it was on. It was a few years back. Let me see.
Geez, Snake, your ass is looking mighty big today.
No.
He's like, that's not my ass. That's
I work out.
It was
me sneaking into the theater with candy.
I work out.
Fuck right here, candy prices.
So there's here. Let me share my screen.
Hello, friends.
Hello, friends. Oops, wrong one.
What?
Fuck. Percent. Share screen. So it's this chick right here. Oops, I'm not sharing it yet. Hold on. Is this a fucking commercial? Oh, it's right here. So she was wondering why the snake was losing weight, sleeping next to her long ways, and that's what she found out was that she found out that it was sizing her up to eat her.
It's like a Jerry Springer segment.
So
it was getting ready to munch her, huh?
Yep. So if you Google it, you can find it.
And she was just giving him a place to stay.
Guess rabbits weren't good enough. Yes. Yeah, go ahead and find it. It's on the internet. I can't remember which show it was on. It's on one of those like Discovery shows.
So the moral of the story is don't buy exotic snakes unless you look and make sure how big they grow.
Don't let Hartman tell you how to live your life.
You can't just flush shit down the toilet. So stop flushing condoms.
You're
down
not my dad. You're not my dad.
Baby wipes go in the trash can.
It's not biting the hand that feeds you. It's eating the hand that feeds you.
And the arm and the shoulder and the head. And
stop
the
flushing baby wipes.
Imagine if they didn't find it. That snake did that huge deuce that it would have laid.
Or keep flushing baby wipes.
It's
Don't
like
again. Don't let Hartman tell you to live your life.
Like
you're not my dad.
How crazy would that be? So, but like I said, maybe we'll come up with a cool what the fuck
grandma
intro. And if you like the what the fuck, like I said, send it to me. Send me a cool one. And there.
What the fuck are those?
Snake gonna snake. Go ahead and send it to me. We'll talk about it. But I just figured a good ending to the show would be, what the fuck?
I got a bunch of what the fucks.
I am genuinely scared.
Yes.
I'm genuinely scared to see what Hartman sends you.
Hartman is now in charge of the what the fuck ending segment.
Yeah, I'll take that.
So, but that's our show for this week.
Now we got a little dodgeball action.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, Sam.
Oh, it's all good. It's a brand new clip. Today only. My man Mitch. Well, for Halloween we had there's a game called Throw Burrito, and it's basically dodgeball with burrito-shaped dodgeballs. And Mitch found himself facing down 4-on-1, and he beat him. He beat him with those burritos. He was the only guy who got the hang of throwing the burritos.
Oddly
and
sounds
at the very
racist.
end, good old Ted
stepped over the line, double fault.
Well, single fault. There he goes. Boom. He does a little twist, try to dodge it, but he was not moving.
The little mild sauce on the burrito. Oof.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun with the burritos this week. It's just something we do for Halloween. We don't do it all the time.
No one got a burrito to the face, Tedpole.
I got a burrito up to the face.
I'm about to take a burrito to the face.
And just a reminder that we're selling shirts on our Triple D Dodgeball Teespring page. You can find it here on this Triple D Dodgeball Instagram link. We have 6 different designs you can pick up. They're all nice. The shirts are really high quality. Same quality as these Saturday Night Special t-shirts, as a matter of fact.
And renovation.
Very nice. You can get tanks, classic tees, premium tees for men and women.
You should make one with the nipples cut out.
That's something you can figure out. We got the dodgeball crossing guy.
That's something you could do in your own time, Hartman.
Get like little Velcro patches that hold the slot up, and
you can do it like the Christmas sweater.
You do it like the South Park. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry.
The reindeer. Is that what you're talking about, Kyle?
Yeah.
Turn your boob into a reindeer.
But you can do it as like a dodgeball being thrown.
Label them as breastfeed friendly shirts.
Yeah, we added some toddler stuff there too. So if you got little ones, you can get a little onesie or something. But
they're good.
Yeah, we really appreciate any purchases you guys make to go towards the team.
What's NB? Newborn.
What's that? Newborn.
I think Logan needs one of those.
I think she might too.
Any adult onesies?
Should be good rocking a Triple D Dodgeball onesie.
Any adult onesies?
Here, there's high demand.
But we really appreciate it. Honestly, if you guys just follow us on Instagram, that's plenty. Don't have to buy a shirt, but obviously it helps the team. But just following us on Instagram is plenty. We try to bring you guys plenty of content to enjoy, and we love interacting with our fans. So we'll keep it coming.
How close are you to Beech Grove, Hartman?
Oh God, I have no clue.
Oh, I was just going to wonder if you were close, if I was going to end up seeing you on Live PD.
Oh, Beech Grove? No, I don't know where that is.
Yo, did you watch Live PD last night with the kid who like got busted with the gun in Ohio?
Yes.
In his mom's porch. That elaborate story where like the woman found her on the ground. She's like, I've been shot. And then, please, no, I haven't been shot. That's my son. Crazy.
Don't call the cops because he's got a stolen gun.
Yeah, crazy way to end that show.
Wow.
What is this? I've heard a lot about this Live PD. Is it like what was the first one that they did? Where was that at? Is that like they did one in Muncie with Ozzy Osbourne's kid and somebody else. That was like one of the first ones that they did reality PD show. They actually did it. They did like it was Ozzy Osbourne's son, and then somebody else. Maybe it was Steven Seagal or some shit. Like it was celebrities, and they were doing police work.
Celebrity
and it aired, and it was in Muncie, Indiana, like Ball State University. And it was such a big deal. We were all down there like trying to figure out where they were going to be so we could go just get fucked up and see what happens.
And try to get arrested.
Are you trying to say that there is?
Yeah, we're going to try to get on.
Being arrested by Steven Seagal and Ozzy Osbourne?
No. I've never been arrested on camera. I've been arrested while a camera was recording, but I was never on the. That's a story of another.
Is Ozzy short for Osborne? Is Ozzy Osbourne's name Osborne?
I think his first name's Osmandius. Osmandius Osborne. And he was a train owner. That's where he got crazy train.
No, his actual name is John Michael Osborne.
Yeah.
Ozzy is just a nickname.
Got it.
Oswald. Ezekiel
Osborne. Odysseus Osborne.
But all right, anybody else?
Thanks, guys.
It's live PD time.
It is live fucking PD time.
Live PD time.
Get it on.
Dude, that's the best show. It's not live PD though. It's On Patrol Live.
Yeah.
Paw Patrol Live.
It's
Paw Patrol Live. Yep. Good job, Harmon.
TV. It's channel 238.
Channel 32.
But all right, that was another great episode of Saturday Night Special. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the Renovision and Absolute Geek YouTube channels, as well as check out Triple D Dodgeball on Instagram and Thresholds from Reality. Make sure to check out all the great content here on the Renovision channel, as they got the Star Wars show tomorrow night, although I don't know if they're doing it because of Baltimore. They got the Tax show on Wednesdays. Come watch them bastardize another tier list that's near and dear to your childhood or love of candy or just whatever you do in your everyday life. You got the Mail Call Madness show on Fridays, and you can catch another episode of this show, the greatest show on this channel, right here next Saturday night. So anything else, guys?
Finn.
All right, that's good. So until next week, remember, go stalk Instagram to find all about that manga time.
Kanye West!